Hello, my name is Andy Martin, Senior Product Design Engineer, EV Charge Kit. I'd like to introduce our extension cables. These extension cables are 24 amp, which basically will easily carry 13 amps continuous. Basically, the difference between a heavy duty cable, which is what this is, it has a heavy duty end on the end, and the cable itself is stamped. This is stamped 2.5 cable itself. Cables should be stamped 2.5. If the cables themselves aren't stamped 2.5, basically then stay clear of them. So basically this cable itself, you can expect the cable to be used for heavy duty use. It is a proper heavy duty cable. The voltage drop on this cable, this is a 10 meter cable, would be half a volt over 10 meters. Cheaper cables you'll find basically could be as much as 5 to 10 volt drop over 10 meters. So as soon as you start drawing power, then the voltage can change as well. So as soon as you start upping the actual amperage of what's passing through the cable itself, you'll see that the voltage then continues to drop, and you'll see the amperage continue to drop. And if you're actually trying to use a cheap cable for EV charging or anything like that, just forget about it. This is a cheap cable. It's classed as heavy duty from Amazon. The cable itself is actually stamped 1mm. You can see how flimsy the cable is itself. And basically, yes, it can carry 13 amps, but it should only carry 13 amps for a half a meter. But this is actually a 10 meter cable. So that's why you have a voltage drop. So expect to see the voltage drop on this is being around about 5 to 10 volts just on a cable itself, not connected up. When you connect it up, basically it actually loses, it dissipates more power. It's not cost effective by buying a cheap cable v a heavy duty cable. You buy this, it's going to last you a lifetime. You buy this, it's going to last you a month or 2 months. So we'll basically just go through some parts of cheap extension cables v heavy duty extension cables. It just tells you by the plug there itself. So if you just look at the plug itself, you can see how thin this is and how flimsy it is, and this is robust, something that you can get a hold of properly. The cables themselves, basically, if you were to extend it to 20 meters, right, basically, then obviously the voltage will decrease again. So what happens when voltage decreases? When voltage decreases, what you actually have is the amperage starts to go up, right? So it starts to consume more power. Where's the power going to? The power actually goes into heating either the plug ends up or the cable itself. You'll find that this cable will get actually hot. It starts to melt. If you leave it on continuously, it starts to melt the cable itself, and the cable gets worse and worse and worse, and eventually the cable just burns out. So basically that's what I'd say. It's not cost effective to buy extension cables. You buy this basically if you're a consumer of electricity, basically connecting it to various different items. And over a month, this would probably pay for itself just in less lost electricity in comparison to this. And in addition to this, basically we also do our range of waterproof boxes, or splash-proof boxes as you would call. Basically they are fitted with a seal around the outside edge, and what actually happens is basically we'll just plug the cable in together there, just as if you're joining the cable together. We put it into the box itself, sits into the box, and then it goes across and then clamps it down, and the main seal. So basically that's nice bright coloured. It's nice and bright coloured sort of thing, so you can actually see it. We also do a bigger box as well. This bigger box is more for like Christmas time, Christmas lights, outdoor lights, various different things, which uses a strip connector. And then you've got one in, one out, and you've also got 4 takeoffs. So basically it can power 4 lots of lights effectively, or 5 probably if you want to use this one as well. That's it. Thank you very much.